guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Rosegoldbeautyx. So we're gonna get to a get ready with me here on my channel. So it's gonna be super fast, super quick, but I do want to talk about a couple of different things on how I get ready for my face before makeup. So the first thing that I do is I always use a beauty water. Beauty waters are great to kind of just cleanse the skin to make sure that you're not applying foundation on dirty skin. This will prevent acne and other kinds of things. So the beauty water that I use is from the brand Sun and Park. It leaves my skin super glowy, and it kind of just leaves my skin kind of feeling like sleek and ready for foundation. Next, what I typically do is I either apply a sheet mask or I use a moisturizing a moisturizer, not moisturizing, a moisturizer. So the brand I'm using is from H2O Plus, and it's just like a regular like hydrating moisturizer from like the Oasis line. I don't know if they still have this. I know they like rebranded and whatnot. Anyway, so what you guys see me doing here is I'm doing a little bit of like a slight lymphatic drainage massage. So my face is very round, and I tend to eat a lot of cup of noodles, so my face sometimes gets a little puffy. So if you guys do what I'm doing, it can kind of get your face a little slimmer. Next, I actually skipped putting my primer like completely, so I moved on and used the Wonder Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm using it on my like highlighting spots. It's not a foundation, but it's kind of like a cream that offers a lot of luminosity on your face. So I'm kind of just adding it on where I would be applying my highlight. For the foundation that I'm using, it's actually, I retract, it's not a foundation, it's more of a finisher. It's by the brand Hyalimide, and it's called photography foundation, but it really is not an actual like full coverage foundation at all. It really is like a super light tint. Since I'm not using like full coverage foundations anymore, just because I don't quite need them, I decided to use this. Now this particular skin tint claims that they help with pore size and visible anti-imperfection benefits. So I cannot tell you that it did reduce my pore size, but it worked and it did the job. Next, I moved over to the Dose of Colors concealer. Since I wasn't using foundation, I wanted to make sure that I use a full coverage concealer just to conceal certain spots that the skin tint was not going to cover. Now, I think the shade that I'm using is number 17 in medium tan, and not gonna lie, the concealer is amazing. It doesn't crease. It just goes on so good on the skin, and everything that I technically used. It went very well on top of everything. It blended beautifully. I definitely do recommend blending it fast, just because it dries kind of fast. So next, as you guys can tell, I decided to use a cream bronzer. This one's by the brand Tower 28. So Patrick Ta had talked about this on Instagram, I believe, and I decided to purchase it. They only have two shades. It's either like a lighter shade or a deeper shade, and this particular cream bronzer is definitely very red toned, and I don't know, I wasn't very happy with it. I gotta try it a couple of other times. The undertone was like way too red. Anyway, so that's about it for my face. So I decided to move on to my eyeballs, or my eyelids. So I'm using the same Dose of Colors concealer to prime my eyelid. It is a very good concealer, and it's totally works as a primer. You don't need like any fancy primer unless you're doing a more complicated look, of course. So just make sure to blend that out on your lid, and then you'll be good to go to apply shadows. So I'm using the palette called Vida by the brand Melt Cosmetics. It is by one of their most recent launches, and I'm telling you guys, this freaking palette is amazing. Like, look at the colors. The colors are so pigmented. They are just amazing, super blendable. I had absolutely no trouble with it. I did a very super simple, super warm toned look. Nothing too difficult to explain. Of course, in the future, I will be doing a more detailed eyeshadow description. So some of the shades that I used were, give me 2 seconds, were Sol, Pan Dulce, and Alegría. I'm kind of just, making sure that everything looks blended since it's more of a sort of monochromatic orangey. They all have kind of like the same tone. The liquid liner that I'm using, and this is like one of my newest finds. I've had it for so long, I just never opened it. Is by the brand ColourPop. It's like $5 or $6, and I'm telling you guys, this liner is amazing. It goes on so great and so black. It's just fantastic. So let's see, what am I doing? I'm gonna be highlighting my face. So this is also a newer product. It's by the brand Clinique. The shade is called Lunar Pop. It is definitely a little bit of a different highlight. It looks beautiful on the pan, but I cannot tell you guys that it left me like popping, I'm not like absolutely glowing to the gods. It's a little bit more of a subtle highlight for sure, but it looks fantastic on me. I loved it. The blush that I'm using is by the brand Flower Beauty. It's the more orangey blush. I don't remember the shade, but it looks fab with what I'm using. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this super quick and easy get ready with me. I will see you guys on my next video. Again, please follow me on my Instagram. Bye.